Hello, Internet Nation. Alex and Ashley here. I don't feel like talking right now, but that's the best time to talk. I feel pissed off. I feel a little silly and ashamed, but I don't over exaggerate. I just, funny how I feel the need to explain the ashamed part, but not the pissed off part. I just went through the most emotions. The most emotions. And I feel like I could have gone through maybe less emotion if things worked the way they should. Or if, everybody was as meticulous as me. Because I see packages and I check the names on the packages. Even if I'm not expecting anything, I'll look at the packages. I'm one of those people that, like, brings the packages for the people in my house upstairs. I don't even know if I should be petty about that because I said I was going to be petty and just be petty in general. But it was a mailing delivery issue. Hey, were y'all expecting to hear those words? At this point, it should just be a cliche. Um, and I don't even know who to be mad at for this. Of course, the first thing you do is be in the box. All I did was open the box. I haven't even looked at the Nendos inside yet. That's how upset I am. I just feel like I should talk and get my feelings out. So basically, what happened was I was expecting a package from Ami Ami today. It's before I even go into it. It's right here. It's the same box that was just right next to you on the floor. She went to go re-sniff it like it was something new. But anyway, I was expecting this package, and I signed for it so it would just get left at the house. And since I wrote on it, please leave inside of the building. The door is open. Please leave it inside. Which, ironically, they did. Wrong house, but they left it inside. Thanks for that, I guess, and thank God DHL takes fucking pictures of where they leave the package. Because if it wasn't for that, there'd be no saving grace. I mean, hopefully our neighbors would come and bring it, but that's not guaranteed. I can't even say it's too expensive a package to be fucking up like this because all of my packages are expensive. Like if it's from AliExpress, sure, whatever. I can get my money back on that, no problem. And if anything, after a certain amount of days, you instantly get your money back. But like Good Smile, don't fuck with it. Ami Ami, dear God, don't fuck with it. But I just went on a roller coaster of emotions because I was expecting this package and waited. I was hoping it was going to get here yesterday because it arrived at the New York delivery facility at 5 in the morning, and I feel like 5 in the morning is enough time to just go boop onto delivery truck and then deliver it, as they usually do. But they decided, nah, you know how you're super busy on Tuesday? That's today. And you know how we usually deliver before 4 p.m.? Nah, today is special. Today is a special day. You need a roller coaster of emotions. So I went to go pick up a piece of clothing, doll clothing, from my new Nendo friend uptown, and then went downtown to go hang out with my friend who is visiting from out of state. I'm not sure where she lives. My memory is very hazy on a lot of things. But, yeah, so I went to go hang out with her and her friends and one of our mutual friends from Discord. Am I speaking too low? Maybe. I don't know. I don't care. And then after, I was supposed to go to the movies, but at like 6:02, I got a message saying that DHL was outside, and figured that somebody would be home because there's 5 of us here. 5 of us. And somebody was home when I left. And I figured, Tassie's probably on her way home, or already home at that time, so it should be good, which ironically she was on her way home. So I guess my timing was off. She also could have been doing things. She's an individual with a life, so, you know, data can be skewed when you're going based off of your observations, especially. But anyway, so I got a text at like 6:02, and, I'm like, hey, somebody please bring my package upstairs because, you know, it's me. Y'all know the stories. Yo, how many times have I come up here and talked about I'm upset because my package is missing? How many times? And with DHL, it's a special kind of violation because it's DHL, you know? They're always so professional, and usually they're like top notch on the mark with it. And when I say usually, I mean like 100% of the time. This is their first fuck up. It was a small fuck up. I can forgive your small fuck up. I don't understand why everything was like, nah. You made a new friend today. You saw 2 of your other friends today. Panic attack. Only way to balance the tides. Panic attack. Right now. Come on. And you know, yes, it could have been avoided. Or, granted, I probably would have left earlier because I have really bad anxiety and I tend to fixate on the things that bother me the most. And my package is going missing. Super bother me. If you follow me on my art Instagram, you know how excited I've been. I've literally just been posting stories like, yeah, I've just been thinking about you all day. You beautiful Nendo, you. And my darling Fushiguro. Ah, yes, my precious beans. And that one hairpiece I was going to use for Shin that might just perfect my Shin Nendo. Finally, because I have not been, like, content with her hair ever. There's been hair pieces that I like on her, but nothing that's just like, yes, that's Shin. But then again, I'm still working on her hair. But I digress. So I get the text, and I'm like, somebody bring it up. One of my roommates is like, oh, there was a box outside on the steps as I was leaving, and I just left, and I brought it inside. And I'm like, it's weird to me specifically that you didn't check and see who it belonged to. But I don't know, you know? It's not even just the me being anal thing. Maybe it's because I grew up in a building, so it's like you would get people's mail delivered to you all the time, and when you would get somebody's mail, be it like a package, be it like, oh, the delivery person is like, oh, this person wasn't home, can I leave their package with you since I'm delivering this package to you, you know, your package, not their package, and stuff like that. So maybe it's just embedded in me to like make sure this thing belongs to somebody. I can't guarantee you, I can't say that I know the people downstairs' name, but you know, and I have a gist of what it is. Anyway, so she's like, oh yeah, I brought the box in, and you know, and I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna assume it's my box. It says Ami Ami on the side, and I asked him, like, did it say Ami Ami on the side since you didn't check the name? And she's like, I didn't note that, and I'm like, because you know. Let me do opposite where my address is. You know, it's a little hard to miss that big text on the side of the box. You usually tend to notice that. Actually, I was looking at the box through my neighbor's door, because they delivered it to my neighbor's house, and I only knew that because I had to use this phone, my old beat up phone, to they have this feature where they literally take a picture of where they left your package. And the picture, I always forget that I have to like press enter. Leave me alone. I'm trying to make a point. I don't want to install any updates. So like, you see how there's a picture there? I'm not going to let it focus or anything because you don't need to see that house. You see how there's a picture there, right? On my phone, there is no picture, which I probably would have came home sooner or be like, hey Tati, do you mind going 2 doors down to get my package, because they kind of left it there. So, and you know, I trust Tati. She's exhibited that she is fully capable. So if she were, which is why she came home, I was like, you know, you can see the group chat and what's going on there, but you specifically, if my package is outside, can you please bring it upstairs? And she was like, I don't see it. And the people downstairs, they don't see it. To which I had to go, I'm coming home, because if I don't come and solve the solution, I'm not going to be able to enjoy the movie. There's no humanly possible way for me and this mind to sit through a movie thinking about my two beautiful, one's just getting scalped, so I guess my two beautiful babies just sitting there waiting, potentially stolen. And if it's stolen, I need to know that it's stolen so that I can deal with it. and then get over it, and then go numb to it, I guess, not get over it. I don't get over this shit. It just re-traumatizes me again. But I literally was at my front with my friends, and I like left, and I was like, you guys, I'm gonna go home because I sense a panic attack going on, and I have a situation I need to handle. Which, ironically, I came home and I'm like, bitch, what are you gonna do if Tati doesn't see it? What are you gonna do? And ironically, I came home and I handled this shit, which does not help me, because it's like, I wanted to go to a movie today. I feel bad because I'm always canceling on Adonis, and this time I was legit in the city, and fucking life was like, nah, bitch, you ain't going to see that movie with them. And I'm like, oh my god, thank God he keeps inviting me to shit. Be it like me canceling from like social anxiety or just me having a fucking breakdown or whatever the fuck it is, thank God he keeps inviting me to shit. And he doesn't see it as like, oh no, I don't want to hang out with you, I'm just saying yes because blah 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 or whatever stupid shit. Hopefully he understands that I'm a fucking mess, and sometimes I just fucking fall apart and I can't do what I said I was going to be able to do last week. Today, I just had to handle some shit. Upset. At least I got to like meet a new friend, and like, I don't know, like all the time I always see these like Nendo accounts on Instagram that like know each other in real life and they hang out, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool, that would be so great. And then now there's a person in New York that I can hang out with, and we can take pictures together. We took pictures of our dolls together, and it was great. And then I got to see my Discord friends, and that was nice too. We went out and we had dinner, and I literally almost left. I was so upset. I was just storming it. I was like, wait, send somebody money, because they could only split our checks 4 ways, and there was 5 of us initially. So I had to like stop myself to go back and be like, what is your Cash App? I need to send you my fees for my shit so I can leave. So just give her the money and then she can pay for my stuff, and that be that, without being so, because when I'm upset, I have a one-track mind. The only thing I want to do, especially in situations like this, like I was on the train, trying my damnedest not to have a full-blown panic attack on the train. I didn't have a full-blown panic attack. I had a mild panic attack. It was definitely obvious that I was not okay, and crying. And at times muttering to myself. But I didn't scream, which is funny to me because I've gotten into the habit of screaming. Like, I was literally biking to the train after I left my friends, and I started fucking screaming. Because I get mad at my roommates for being so damn inept. Like, if she had been like, no, this package isn't for you, I'd been like, that's suspicious. And then probably came home, because what do you mean my package is missing and it won't show me the image? And apparently DHL, you text DHL, and they can't, like, if you could just like forward me in the chat a picture of my image, like a picture of the image of where they left it, then the solution could have been found earlier. My mind just went to because at the apartment, at the building, they had a sticker on the door that said, if you don't get an answer, leave all packages under the stairs. It's leave all packages under the I assume stairs. It didn't say stairs. And my box was just inside, so they just ignored the sign. You guys want to see what I got? I feel so silly, but that's just the way I feel when I have like very intense emotions. And it's weird that my brain would cause these intense emotions. It's a body feeling, and it's a mind thing, and it just becomes overwhelming, which is why I become so hyperfixated on fixing the problem, because then it's like, I don't know what to do in this situation. I don't really know who to call to like console me. I could probably use a hug, but that does not fix the issue. And also, it's kind of like a Sigmund Schrodinger's cat type of situation. I don't do well with those types of situations. I need to know the answer. If there is an answer, I need to know the answer. I can't just be like, oh, there is an answer, but I can't give it to you right now. That causes panic attacks. So I tried doing the thing. My therapist will be very happy to know that I tried doing the thing that he recommended I do, where it's like counting down from 100 by 3. He was like, oh, you can do anything, but I like 3, so I did 3. And it's funny because I'm like doing it, kind of remaining calm. Is there anything in here? Just paper. Just paper. This is square paper. This is the first thing that we are unboxing in this unboxing. This nice square paper. I'll be sure to recycle that. They just look so nice. So, I'm most excited about her. She's a assassin. Shuten Doji. Doji? Doji. Am I saying that correctly? Are any of you Japanese? Can you correct my pronunciation? Do you know this character? Can you tell me about this character? I know nothing about her. I just thought she was beautiful and wanted to buy her. That tends to happen a lot to me with Fate Stay characters, or Fate characters. I believe Stay is a specific rendition of Fate. But she's a Fate character. Ah, from Fate Grand Order. It says it right here. But she was just beautiful, and I just wanted to get her. I have a lot of characters from Fate that way, which is so weird because they're always from Fate. And then we have our good boy, Emo Sasuke, Fushiguro. I initially wasn't going to get him because I'm not a huge fan of Fushiguro. And then the rest of the season came out and I watched it and I was like, he's got a domain, huh? Tell me more about this character. Oh. Tell me more about his family life. Damn, I regret not pre-ordering him. And then Ami was like, oh, well, we have one available right now that he's out. You know, he's available if you want him, if you want to add him to your pre-order list. And I'm just like, Okay, get in the cart. So here he is, and I'm glad that I got him because he's my good boy. My good sad boy. It's not very sad. And then Ryder, whose box I wasn't expecting to be so tiny. But here we are. I literally got her only for her hair because this is kind of what Shin's hair looks like. Not really, but that's the closest that we're gonna get to her new hairstyle. And I'm okay with that because it's like a very simple version of her hairstyle. Her hair is like that. She has a... Is it possible to not have a part? I think so. So basically her hair is like... You have the front strands just like pulled to the back, and it's basically just like that with, you know, the 2 strands that hang in the front. But there are no Nando hair pieces that look like that, and her hair is kind of complex. I don't even know what I'm doing with it half the time. I'm pretty calm now. I just feel kind of silly. I don't know. Probably because I actually expressed how I was feeling in the moment to my friends on Discord. And I don't know, that makes you feel kind of vulnerable. You know, which I guess it's okay to feel vulnerable with your friends. They're totally gonna okay that you flipped because of the situation that was out of your control. So, it's okay to allow yourself to feel. But I'm just sad, because why does this stuff always have to keep happening? Like, I probably wouldn't be so upset. Because, like, yesterday, if they had delivered it yesterday, or if they had even delivered it tomorrow, I would be home, you know? So even if, like, I usually jump up, like, I have this habit of not responding to messages, just reacting to them. Like, if somebody's like, oh, I'm downstairs, I don't usually respond. I just go open the door. You know, if I get the text, like, DHL is down to, I mean, you can't respond to that, but oh, your package is delivered. I'm out the door. Even my therapist has seen me in the middle of therapy, like, oh, I got a package? Gonna go get it. That's just I don't know, maybe that's a trauma response from having so many things stolen, which is weird because, like, I don't know how to get over that trigger. I have a trigger from things being stolen from me because things have been stolen a lot. My first doll, the first comic I ever worked on, it's a lot of firsts. Even if it's just two. I mean, you could argue that my virginity was stolen from me because technically I wasn't ready to lose my virginity. But that's going too deep. I mean, anyway, I don't really know how to process that because then it's like, I don't want to say even to this day because nothing has been stolen from me recently. So I can't say to this day. Up until a couple of months ago. Weeks ago? Months ago? Time is an illusion to me. I don't really know. It's been a while. I'm still feeling the sting from my bike seat being stolen. Which reminds me, I gotta bring my bike seat inside because it's gonna rain. Will I ever stop feeling silly? I don't know. Maybe after somebody responds or somebody like starts a new convo in the venting section of Discord. So I can forget about having feelings and expressing them. I try to be calm and cool and collected, but it's hard when things like this happen and it's out of my control and I don't have anyone like there. Which ironically, like I'm on the train and I'm like having a panic attack. I'm like, dear God, can we just go faster? Like I want to be off of the train right now. I want to be closer to the solution. As I'm sitting there trying to like breathe and calm down and just be okay for a second. And I'm like sitting there thinking, 15%? Damn. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, so I'm having a panic attack right now, and I knew I was gonna have a panic attack as soon as before I even left the bar, because I'm sitting at the bar, mulling over my options, and I'm like, okay, so I'm not well right now. Turns out the box that they brought inside was not my box. The location of my box is uncertain. It's been delivered, but I don't know where it is. I can't see the picture, so I can't see if it was left at my house. And if it was left at my house, but Tati is saying she can't find it, that means it was stolen. If my box was brought inside by my roommate, who I don't know the name of, and was not there half an hour later when Tati got home, it's been stolen. Somebody went in and probably took it because they saw a package was put in and people were leaving, so nobody was going to be there to see it, you know? But the unknown of the situation is too much chaos. Too much chaos in the situation. And I'm on the train and I'm like, I'm literally leaving a situation where it's like my friends probably could console me if through a panic attack. Even though ironically I wouldn't want to have a panic attack in front of my friends' friends, because I don't know them. They seem cool though. But, you know, that's too much vulnerability in front of strangers. So, thank God I found it, I guess. Oh wait, I didn't finish my sentence. Did I? I don't know. My brain literally turns to mush when I'm upset, and I'm still upset. I'm calm, but I feel silly for having emotions. Silly? Embarrassed. I feel embarrassed for having emotions. And a little ashamed because I came home. I mean, I shouldn't feel ashamed about coming home to handle the situation. Or to have a panic attack. Because even if I stayed out and didn't get a confirmation that it was stolen or that it's missing or that there's nothing that I can do, I would just worry. Like, I'm sitting there at the bar and I'm like, okay, so I could go home and try to solve the situation. Or I could go to the movies and just like try to have a fun night out with my friends because it's so rare that I get to see them and I keep canceling, so I might as well just go through with it and have fun. But am I going to be able to enjoy the movie? Am I going to be able to like even like momentarily during the hour and some minutes that Black Widow is, will I be able to like not think about it and just like enjoy the situation? Is it gonna cause me to like instantly run home the second everything is over? am I just gonna be thinking about getting out of there the entire time and not even from like I can ignore the desire to leave if it's just like, oh, I'm feeling very socially anxious right now. I want to leave. I want to go home and just like smoke and be alone. That I could just be like, nah, not now, later, later. But this is just one of those, oh my god, my package. I don't know what's happening with my package. Where is it? What's happening? Oh my god. And I mean, I'm glad I came home because, like, I don't know. I don't really know my neighbors. I know the people. Do I know those people? I think I know those people. I don't know if I'm confused because I know some of my neighbors. I know the people on my left, and I've seen the people on my right. But I think it's the second door down. I know, like, I've interacted with them. So that, like, if I came knocking on the door, like, hey, I'm looking for a package, they wouldn't think, it'd be like, who is this person? Do we know you? They'd be like, ah, it's my neighbor from 2 doors down who I see spray painting shit in front of their house all the time. You know? But I don't know if it was their house I was breaking into because I had to, like, literally, I saw my package through the door and I'm like, well, I rang the bell. I don't know if this light was always on or if it just came on, but I rang the bell and it doesn't look like anybody's home, so I'm just gonna see if this door is locked. It's probably not locked because there's a package in there, and I'm gonna be very upset if this door is locked now and this package is sitting inside and I'm just staring at it. I will sit here until somebody comes home to unlock it. I will stare at it the entire time to make sure nobody comes from upstairs to come get it. Like, if you come down and you open the door and you see a package and you see me staring at you looking at the package and I'm like, that's mine, can you give it to me please? And you go upstairs, I'm calling the cops. And if they can't help me, they're gonna have to come and help you later on the night when I come and receive my package. I'm laughing because I'm all talk. I'm full of shit. For now. I get very upset. Like, I was literally standing at the door, and I'm like, my first instinct was to just turn the knob and push the door. And I'm like, no, let me just get somebody who lives here to hand me the package instead of just breaking into their... Because I don't know, like, once you open the first door, it's kind of like vampire logic, you know? You gotta be invited into somebody's space before you can invade it, which I find ironic. I just, like, remember that one scene when I was playing The Sims. I was like, oh, is this guy a vampire? And I talked to him in front of my house. And, like, as soon as we finished talking, he, like, zoomed into the house, started touching things, and I'm like, oh, please don't stare at my children like that. Please go zoom somewhere else. Don't stare at my children. You just went right for the privacy. Didn't even like, oh, nice common area here. You just went right for the privacy. And that's how that feels. I don't even know if I finished that sentence. Did I question if I finished? But how, like, I'm thinking about how I'm having a panic attack, but I, like, left the area with the people I did mention that I did. My brain is literally mush. Like, I went downstairs and both the front door and the second door were open, and I'm just like, did I leave them open? What? It's like I kept going into the hall and I saw, like, the towel rack thing that was on the back of the door was on the floor because I had to pee, which, you know, there's nothing more difficult for me than being emotionally upset and physically uncomfortable, because I'm usually pretty physically uncomfortable. But if you have the normal physical discomfort on top of being emotionally upset, on top of another physical discomfort, such as having to pee a lot, even though you have to go to 2 stores because one store doesn't have your papers and you have some shit to handle and you're not going to want to handle anything else after that. And I kind of need to smoke a blunt now to calm the fuck down. Like, that was the first thing I did. I came home, peed, and smoked a blunt. And as I'm smoking my blunt, I'm like, okay, let me bust out this phone and see if it's gonna show me the picture that this phone doesn't want to. Which, like, why do I always have to come back to this phone? Why do I always have to come back to this phone? There's always some fucked up shit that this phone won't do or it stopped doing, and now I have to come back to the old phone. What is this? A Google Pixel 3? And this is a fucking S10? 10 is higher than 3. You should be better than this one. I remember my camera used to be good, and then it just went to shit. Didn't know cameras can go to shit. I know, like, phones can go to shit, but your camera goes to shit? Anyway, I have a headache now from talking and crying, and I am gonna hydrate and open my Nando's. Watch a video. Calm down. I am calm. Feel less embarrassed about sharing my extreme emotions. I don't know. I feel like anybody that knows these situations understands why I get so upset about it. And I totally don't have to justify being so upset, especially with my history. I just don't like sharing my emotions with other people. I just feel ashamed when I share my emotions. Something to talk to my therapist about tomorrow, I guess. Anyway, until next time, bye. Know that you were loved by this guy. Give me the Nando. And this guy, who ironically is this guy. Bye.